Hello guys, and welcome to another day on this Mazda RX8 channel. My name is Serge, and first of all I want to tell you guys thank you so much for letting my channel hit 1,000 subscribers. I really appreciate it, you guys. And as you guys could tell, I've been answering all of your questions that are coming in, and I try to basically read everybody's comments, and I appreciate you guys' input. So please comment some more. Let me know like what would you like to see and that kind of stuff. So guys, one thing I would like to address from all the comments that I've been getting is a lot of you guys are telling me exactly the same thing, and I agree with you guys 100%. So all of you guys are saying so much is keep this channel rotary, and I agree with you guys 100%. This is actually the reason I started this channel, is basically building a Mazda RX8 community. If you guys watch my earlier videos, then you could see I don't know everything, okay? I bought this Mazda RX8. Well, this is my second Mazda RX8 that you could see in a video, but I have two Mazda RX8s. So the silver one, it is a stick shift. Then I have a green one, which is an automatic. So I've seen one at the auction, and I was like, let me bid on it. So I won, and that was the automatic Mazda RX8. I did not even look if it's a automatic or stick. It just sort of came up on the screen. I went ahead and put a bid on it. I won, and I was really excited about it. Like, I was thinking like, wow, cool. I didn't know nothing about it except it was a rotary, and I knew it was a 4-door, and I wasn't sure of all the problems that they have and that kind of thing. But it did say at an auction that this car would not start. That's all it said. So I'm thinking, okay, it doesn't start, great. But it was also crashed. So I was thinking, well, it does not start, but in order to be crashed, it had to be driving before, so it probably still has a good engine. They just can't get it started. So I went ahead and actually I bought it. So I think that car cost me, once I won, like 1,500 bucks. As you could tell, Mazda RX8s, they're not selling for a lot of money when they don't start. Now, if they do start, they sell for $5,000–7,000 or above, depending on the mileage. Now, that silver Mazda RX8 that I have, I paid like, I think $2,500 for this one, and this wasn't starting for a couple years. And as you could tell, we got this one started on the channel, and then things sort of stopped. And here's one thing I will tell you guys. So when I stopped making all the videos, I had a lot of stuff that come up. Of course, we was dealing with this COVID thing, and I had to restructure a lot of things that I was doing, and I needed to start changing a lot of ways that I make my income. So that impacted the ability for me to produce videos. So now I'm actually doing pretty good, and I'm ready to start making videos again. I also want to show you guys something real quickly, but don't worry, I'm not going to be making this about my new BMW 535i that I picked up. This is a twin turbo. It does run and everything, so it is German engineering, like I was talking about. But the cool thing about Mazda RX-8s is that it is a German Wankel engine, yet it is a Japanese car that was actually made completely in Japan. And one other car that I have is my automatic Mazda RX-8, which you could see over there. You can't see it very good, but I will show you guys a little bit of a close-up just in a second here. So I know, like, once I picked up automatic RX-8, I started hearing a lot, oh no, it's an automatic. And I'm thinking, well, what's wrong with automatic? I was like thinking, is it slower, and that kind of stuff. And I started doing my research, and that turns out automatics are a 4-port engine. Well, the stick shift ones are 6-port. So I'm thinking, interesting. For some reason, they made the stick shift version to be a little bit more powerful engine that actually can rev at 9,000 RPMs versus the automatic, which I think revs at 7,000 RPMs or 7,500 RPMs, something like that. That being said, guys, there is so much to do on my channel when it comes to Mazda RX-8, type of videos, because I'm dealing sort of right now probably with some very common issues that these things have, and this is kind of like what I want to talk to you guys about. But before I get into that, I want to say thank you so much again, guys, for subscribing and just really encouraging me, guys, to continue and make these videos, man. Like it's really awesome, and I am really fortunate to have you guys as my audience. That being said, let's go. Let me show you what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be doing so much, guys. I've been ordering a lot of performance parts, which is you know, Chinesium performance parts, but you know, we're gonna start with that and see where that goes. Okay, so first of all, when I actually was trying to get this car started, well, we did get it started. Okay, so I'm gonna show you kind of like really quickly where we left off, because we will be picking up on this car like within like a couple days. So guys, not a lot has changed ever since I got this car started. I drove it here and I parked it here. It drove under its own power and I just parked it right here. Okay, so what does it need? Well, at this point, all it needs is another alternator, because this pulley is completely locked up. As you can tell, this does not spin. I will try to, you know, remove that bolt and things of that nature to get this pulley in stock for a future, because it probably got stuck due to it sitting. But I went ahead and I got another alternator, which has warranty and everything, lifetime, from a parts store. So that being said, it's very easy to replace this alternator. It's located kind of like right here. I will, however, need to remove a lot of the stuff that's in the way, and we're going to be doing that. So once I remove it, this car is going to be a runner. Now we're dealing with another issue on this car, and it is this. You could see this, and I'm sure some of you guys are probably dealing with this very issue as well. Now, I did not deal with this on my automatic, but we have this problem here. At first I thought, okay, maybe it's something inside of this steering wheel, but I did not decide to disassemble it at all. And I did some research and I found some other cars having the same issue, but it was more with the steering shaft. You know, when I'm spinning it, I could tell it's making a noise right here, guys, because I could see steering wheel spins, and the steering shaft is somewhere loose over here. So once I disassemble all this stuff, I'm going to be removing this wheel, and I want to take a closer look at what's going on with that steering wheel column, because we really can't be driving it like that. That being said, guys, I need some of you guys' advice, okay? Because things changed for me a little bit, and this is also why I kind of put everything to a halt when it comes to fixing my automatic Mazda RX8, and I will show you guys what I mean by that. When I got the stick shift car, this kind of changed things a little bit for me, because obviously a stick shift is more desirable. And because it's more desirable, I'm thinking, hey, what should I do? Should I just like make this like, you know, tune it like a track car, where this is going to be loud, annoying, you know, like to start it up, you know, like every morning, but just keep it as a car that I take on a track? Should I do that? And where I live, I'm in South Carolina, in the county. People love racing here. There's lots of places to take it to race, that kind of thing. So let me know on that. Now, as far as this exhaust goes, as you could tell, this exhaust, actually, when I looked at it, this is some kind of performance exhaust. I'm not sure if it's worth any money, but that's what it is. I can tell that it does have original catalytic converter on it, and it also has original headers that are on this car. One thing I do want to mention, I did buy headers for this car. I did buy a mid-pipe, which is a decat for this car. So once I install those two pieces, we're gonna have a, you know, straight flow type of car, to where it just will not have any restrictions. Due to living in South Carolina, there's no inspection, so I'm not required to pass emissions. So that's gonna be helping me a lot. So as far as the interior in this car, I'm dealing with some imperfections, like this seat, which is no big deal. I could just replace the very top of the seat and call it a day. But also, I've looked at some seats, and I found some seats, like nice, like racing seats on eBay, that are like diamond stitched. They look really beautiful with some red, and I was thinking, should I just put those in there? I mean, if I'm going to be making this kind of like a track car, that would probably work well. Same thing goes for the steering wheel. Yes, it's got cool buttons in it. It's got everything how it's supposed to, right? I mean, it does have some messed up leather here, so I'm thinking, I mean, I could replace the steering wheel from a junkyard, but maybe just get a racing steering wheel or something, you know. Let me know, guys, what do you think about that? Also, somebody probably updated the shifter knob, which I really don't like this update. I would much rather have a rotary. If somebody, you know, wants to tell me something about this, let me know. What should I do about the shifter? I mean, it's not that important, but anyways, I am planning to put a, you know, like a cold air intake. Looks like they did do something similar to what I did, and this is probably like a good idea how they got things in a way. And what I mean by that, they sort of have this plastic here from the original. I think they flipped this around, but I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to tell. I think it's flipped around. Maybe it's flipped around, this box. And thing about this, what I don't like about the setup is it's still sucking in engine heat basically from all this area. Now this battery location here, and with the way all this plastic and stuff, I think this is preventing the engine from getting all the cooling that it needs when you're trying to drive it. So I'm thinking about removing the battery and actually replacing it, installing it like in a trunk. And then also redoing all this and making like some kind of cold air intake where it just sucks in cold air when you're actually driving, because this is sucking in hot air right now. But at this point, we're gonna leave this car alone. We'll go to the automatic one. I'm gonna show you kind of like what I'm working on and then some of the things that I'm getting ready to do. So anyways, guys, this is my Mazda RX8 that's automatic. Both of them are 2004s. So I've removed this whole bumper and everything, and I removed the bottom shroud, so that I could install a radiator. This is the original radiator, and it's been leaking. So I installed this, you know, this nice aluminum radiator. I don't know if you could tell. This right here, that's aluminum radiator. And then I found also some problems, like there was these electronics that was broken on the fan, which I went ahead and I ordered some good radiators. I mean radiator fans. They came in with a aluminum type of shroud just to make everything look cleaner. So I ordered a bunch of stuff for it, including so one of the things that I ordered was an oil catch can. I also got a kind of like a cold air intake and a bunch of this other stuff, and including a kind of like a sports type of stainless steel muffler. And I also ordered a manifold for it, you know. But I'm hearing from a lot of you guys' comments that if I install it, it's going to make an engine very loud, and unless I really want a loud car, not to really do that. So far all this thing has is it does have a decat on this one as well. So I got two decats. They're stainless steel, so this does shoot flames. It does have original muffler on it, which I will replace with like a racing muffler. But as far as the exhaust manifold goes, I'm not going to replace it on this car, just leave it like it is. So one thing I do want to share with you guys is this is kind of like why my whole project's got at a standstill. So you could tell there's a Mazda RX8 right there, and then I have one right here. So replacing a radiator was super easy. Same day pretty much, or like within the other day, before I got a chance to install the bumper, well, I found that Mazda RX8 for sale. And I'm like, let me see if I get it. So once I got it, I looked at that radiator, and that radiator is exactly the same as this. It's got these transmission cooler lines there, and I'm thinking, okay, so I have a couple options. I either could take and leave this racing radiator, or I could take the radiator that car has, the original, install it on this car, and just kind of keep it mainly original, just to, you know, sort of like have a daily driver where you're not really racing this thing. You know, if you got to go to work or something, you could kind of do that. And it could still, you know, get up and go. It's still really fun to drive. Of course, not as far as, not as fun as the stick shift Mazda RX8. So it got me thinking, I could either order another radiator, which this radiator does help with cooling and everything, and I could stick a performance radiator in that as well, because this is a radiator. After all, Mazda RX8s need them. The only downside to this type of radiator that I have installed, as you could tell, there is no transmission lines for the radiator to be picked up, which is not a big problem. I already ordered a transmission cooler that already came in, so all I have to do is find a place, maybe somewhere here in the front where I could mount it, and that will keep it from rubbing and stuff like that, and transmission is going to be getting cooled. But I'm still leaning towards the idea, why not just use the original radiator, stick it in here, and see where that goes. You know, just put this car together, make this just my daily driver, and then that car into you know, something that I could take on a track and just have fun with, and just put all the performance tuning stuff on that one. You know, what do you guys think about this? You know, I know this is probably a lot of questions, but anyways, not with the interior, as you can see, it's in pretty nice shape. Nothing's ripped. It could use a little wipe down and stuff like that. It's got a nice little display here, like everything works good. You know, it's fun to drive. You know, you got a sunroof there and stuff like that. So I like the interior, like everything's good about it. It has this handle ripped off. So I already ordered another handle, and that handle has come in. So let me know if you guys want to see a video where I replaced this handle, because I'm sure this didn't just happen to me. It probably happened to a lot of you guys. Also, this car has, you know, some minor dings. It's got some kind of paint mark here, which is kind of weird. It's got some dings and dents, things of that nature. I do have some paint, and one thing I have to do is I have to repaint the front bumper, and also I need to repaint this bumper right here. This was part of an accident, which I use a heat gun to straighten everything out. So I'll have to, you know, kind of perfect it a little bit more, and then I'll have to paint it, because it's just got a lot of that going on. Guys, to be talking to you guys like I'm in the rush, and I really don't want to make this a very long video, but just some of the things that's going on, and I do have a lot of work to do to get a lot of stuff done, and there's even more things that I did not even mention, but we'll just go along with the plan and just keep fixing everything, just keep working on stuff. So one thing I do want to ask you guys towards the end is, what do you guys think? Is this a good idea that I'll, you know, make this stick shift RX8, just give it all, you know, make it loud, make it fast, make it, you know, shoot flames, just put all the performance stuff on it, just make it my automatic to just be like a normal daily driver, you know, something that I could still get an RX8 experience without really going that fast. Because after all, a lot of us are stuck in traffic anyways. We really can't be, you know, racing it up and down the streets. You know, that's not going to be really happening. So maybe it's more appropriate to just, you know, fix the car up and just take it to a track and just leave it for that. And also, guys, I do want to go ahead and mention this towards the end. While I do want to make this just a Mazda RX8 channel, what if I make some comparison videos where maybe I will review like one car that I have and tell you guys some of the things I like about that versus the Mazda RX8. And also, if I would take, let's say, a Mazda RX8 and I engine swap it with, put in some other engine, let's say just a regular combustion engine with some turbos on it. And also something that I would like to do in the future is I would like to put a 3 rotary engine in it, like a 20B. And also I'm considering if I find like a FD motor from well, an engine, a rotary engine from the RX7, and stick that thing in a Mazda RX8. I think that's also be fun, and just put in some turbos on it, and that would be kind of cool. The reason I ask you about other swaps, and it is not to swap this car or my other car. I do want to keep them for the channel. They're going to be sort of like guinea pigs. Anybody that has automatic car and has some issues with their automatic or whatever, hopefully I could have the solutions for you and some answers, because I own it. Maybe I already dealt with it. Same thing goes with a stick shift. Maybe somebody has a stick shift and they need some information about a stick shift. I'm also going to have information on that one. That being said, I'm looking at Facebook and I'm seeing some of these RX8s. They're going from anywhere from like $800 to like $1,500, depending on their condition. Most of them, they don't want to start. Some of them maybe has a missing engine. So I'm thinking, what if I pick up one of those cars and just engine swap it for fun, just to have something to do that, I don't know, be interesting. And I think it would be kind of interesting content, because even though that's not a Mazda RX-8 engine that you're putting in it, a lot of people have done swaps to Mazda RX-8s before and to all the other cars. And maybe you want to know how it could be done, or maybe you want to see me try to do it, you know, and see what kind of problems I run into, because I've seen somebody trying to install a stick shift transmission into an automatic car, and they went through a lot of effort and trouble to try to do that, which I'm really surprised, just swapping out the transmission and making a stick shift versus the automatic. That being said, guys, thank you so much for watching my channel, for subscribing, for liking my videos, for commenting. I would appreciate more input from you guys, like anything that you want to say in this channel. Feel like this is a Mazda RX8 forum, and you could share your tips and your knowledge, and ask questions if you don't know much about RX8, because just like many of you guys, I'm a Mazda RX8 owner and I'm still learning. So anytime I learn something, I do want to share with you guys. Oh yeah, I just remembered, both of these cars have a power steering issue, which is an electronic power steering. So we're dealing with that. I tried everything to try to reset those things. Nothing is working. So recently I picked up a code reader by Carly. I'm not sure if you ever heard of that one, but I've seen it on one of the channels, and I kind of thought, you know what, it could do coding for my BMW, and why not try to see what it could do for the Mazda RX-8. And once I get it going, I want to plug it in. I want to see like what's going on. Maybe I could figure out what's wrong with my steering wheel. Maybe I could clear it somehow. Maybe I could code it to where it works. Or maybe just the computer is completely dead, because I tried everything with the circuits. I've tried cleaning everything up, like just nothing's working for me. Maybe it's a shorted computer, I don't know. But anyways, guys, thank you so much. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.